Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now this is my third time recording this because I kid you not, I'm trying my best to get all this organized. But no, so that is, of course, I am at least trying to film my X-Men 97 trial breakdown. So let's quickly get into it. Now, so obviously we get a recap of what happened in the last episode of X-Men, where Professor X, dies, and they need to carry on the legacy that Professor X wants for humans and mutants to coexist. Now, right off the bat, just by saying that, you've been spoiled for the last episode. So you can't go you can't have expected that, but you can't really? But it's a cool way to start the trial. Then, after that, we get our Marvel Animation logo in yellow, which I think is the first time that they're using that, because they haven't used it for the What If, for What If Season 1 and 2. And I think that it's a good logo to have, because then it kind of differentiates the MCU to the Marvel animations, kind of like what you do with the Marvel presentations, or special presentations or whatever on Disney Plus with Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I think it's so cool. But obviously the next few shots is seeing how empty the streets are. Now, this one where it says hip skate party, we see this Daily Bugle newspaper sliding down saying, "Inside Scoop, mutant fashion show," and then at the top it says, "Is Spider-Man a mutant?" Now, we all know that it's not in, canon with these, but the only Spider-Man that's technically a mutant is Tobey Maguire, because he just has 2 zit on his wrist because he didn't build his web shooters. But also, everyone doesn't really know that he has web shooters, so maybe he's a mutant. Maybe that's a way to kind of hide it, you kind of hide him, putting him as a mutant. If he doesn't want his identity revealed and that sort of stuff, you put him more on the mutant side than that sort of thing. I don't know, that's my weird thought. So obviously we see a bit of the funeral for Professor X. We see his photo on some candles, and we see his coffin sliding down. Everyone is screaming, "No more mutants." You see, this trailer gives off the vibe that this series is going to be very darker than the original series, which is, again, shocking. But when we see the school, right, and then we see a shot of Professor X and Magneto in statue form, and then we get the X-Men suiting up with Cyclops, Gambit, Storm, and Wolverine, of course, coming out. And then now we have the lineup of the X-Men with Cyclops, Storm, Gambit, Rogue, Beast, Wolverine, Morph, and Bishop. Bishop is his name. And then we have, obviously, the X-Jet flying by, Storm being awesome. And then we get our first shot at Jubilee, which is awesome, and Bishop taking dudes down. Now, this is interesting. Jean Grey's pregnant. Now, there are 2 kids that she has in the comics. One is part of the main timeline, and the other one is part of their Days of Future Past timeline. Right? So, I honestly think that they're probably going to have the one that they have in the main timeline, but who knows? It could be anyone. It could be any of them. So we see, obviously, the Sentinels surrounding the X-Men, ready for battle. And then we get the most unbelievable team-up ever. Gambit and Wolverine. Gambit jumping onto Wolverine's back, charging up his cause, and going into battle is so cool. I love that, right? and then we get the line that we've been waiting for. To me, my X-Men, and then pans out, and then we obviously see Rogue carrying Bishop and Beast, Storm carrying Gambit, and Wolverine just jumped out of nowhere, same as Morph. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Then we get the X-Men 97 Marvel Animation logo. And then we see that they obviously recruit Magneto to be the Charles Xavier kind of figure for the X-Men going forward, which I think is really, really cool. So, my theory is, the reason why they're doing this, why would they be doing this unless this is somehow going to be involved with the multiverse saga, right? And that is like, you have the multiverse saga there. Why would you do this unless you're saying, like, making people rewatch the original series and this current series that's going to be happening in March? That unless you're making them be an integral part of the multiverse saga, and what if these version of the X-Men, their live-action counterparts, like, it's still the same characters, but they're live-action, they go into Battle World, and then we have of course, this animated version of the X-Men as our main MCU X-Men, but with the castings. And then they get the casting so perfect that they just kind of get lookalikes of the cartoons, and then the voice actors that do the X-Men from the original series and this 97 series do the dub over of their voices. That would be cool. But I don't think that they're going to do that, though. But that's just my theory. But, so guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe also to the little bell icon to get notified of future videos that I make. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.